And locally, we've been meeting with different candidates who show, because we're pro-military, and before the election it was pro-military, pro-Obama, and now, we're pro-military, pro-American, or pro-whatever, so wherever that leads us.
By institutional resistance, do you mean the military?
Well, I was thinking perhaps some individual commands that you might have run into.
We've sort of organized around them.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, we were very, we weren't going through .gov or .mil addresses. We were very, because we had some there was one woman who kind of wrote a couple letters to the editor to like the Washington Post and some big name organizations. And even though I don't think her intent was to be constructive, it helped us in the end because it was like, we really need to mind our P's and Q's about this because we don't want to do what we thought that had happened to us in the past when everyone just assumed, forward on the John McCain support, all, at this and that. So we didn't want to do that, and we really didn't. It was really organic how incredibly fast it grew. And she talked a little bit about social media, but how the 7 women in South Carolina that contacted us was through my blog. One of them had seen me blog about starting a military families for Obama group here, and so it was really just picking out, following things on the internet, and then people were phoning their friends like, "Oh my God, this group exists. We can come out of the closet. It's awesome." So.
Yes,
well, you mentioned that you had the psychiatric health of children in mind. I would imagine you'd also have the environmental health in mind, and I would imagine you all are thrilled about the Navy's or the military's, DOD's mandate for 25% renewable energy as a goal. So, and that's a real opportunity, especially in Hampton Roads with the offshore wind. Would this be something that you, as a group, as a local group, could do some advocacy outreach to military families in support? Because this is a great opportunity for the Navy, especially.
Within our group, we can, definitely. I have to be honest with you, but when we poll our internal membership, the environment is not one of the top issues that comes up. But that's because we're coming at it from a military organization standpoint, and they're concerned with their husbands and loved ones in Iraq and Afghanistan right now.
Yeah.
But those of us here who form the original network are Democrats, and that's one of the things that we're concerned about as part of our social values.
And that's something that we can move forward with, because one of the things that attracted a lot of the military families to Obama's platform was the fact that he expanded what it meant to be patriotic, and it wasn't just lapel pins and flag shirts or whatever, headbands, I'm thinking. But it was renewable energy. It was service to your country beyond that, which affects you immediately. Things like that. So even with the children, the education stuff, that's getting outside what is normally considered military issues. But it all comes back, the single thing that's keeping it, renewable energy.
Yeah. Most of our members are, our initial network, they're concerned with actually doing something instead of just talking about it. So yes, definitely.
As campaigns next year gear up for the federal campaigns, like Congressman Nye, for example, would you guys be a resource for volunteers that he could potentially tap into?
We pass on any kind of thing like that we get. We pass on to our members. And the primaries, I've just been, anything I get, and I've been sending out, to see where the chips may fall. As long as we all know that our mission as Blue Star Families is to make military life and service sustainable. So.
But yes, definitely. During the election, we started out working for Obama, but we both live in Chesapeake, and we were in Virginia Beach at least 3 or 4 times a week, and we both worked on we did as much as we could for Glenn Nye. So we will in the future, at least individually.
Sounds good.
Not officially.
Right.
Both mentioned your blog support. Could you give everybody the addresses?
Thank you. We love you.
That's like you and my mom.
And me.
Steph's is lawyer mama.
Well, I have more than one.
Hers is on her card. If you want to pick one
I
up.
think it is. I'm not sure.
And mine is on the pilot.com if you you go to the community blogs, or you can just Google the liberal life of a Navy wife. So anytime you want to leave a positive comment.
I also blog for,
The liberal life of a Navy wife. If it's on the Hampton Roads Pilot online.com. It's really long because it's hosted by them. I don't host it.
HamptonRoadsOnline.com/blog/
So I know if you just go to Google and type in the liberal life of a Navy wife, it'll be the first thing that pops up. I hope.
I blog for a political blog called momocrats.com, which is national politics. It's not necessarily state, but I talk about state politics on there all the time. Momocrats? It's mothers who are progressive. So our original goal was to get a Democrat in the White House, and we did that. So now we're trying to hold them accountable and just support progressive values. But it's a national political blog, so I don't get a lot of revenue for reading it. But that's how I got involved in this whole political thing initially, was through political blogging. And my personal blog is Lawyer Mama. It's not a political blog, though. It's a